I was emotionally abused, and I was just abused to almost nothing. I was very young. I was about 18, 19. It was my first love. Unfortunately, he just took advantage of me in every possible way. He manipulated me. He would gaslight me. There would be days where I actually was like going through breakouts on my face, and comments were made about it that made me feel uncomfortable and less beautiful. And even to the point where he said, "For every pimple on your face is a day I'm gonna go without seeing you." And you don't say that to somebody that you love. So through months and months and months of emotional abuse, I gave in, and I said, I'm just not lovable, and I have to stay in this because he's still loving me, even though all the things he said about me, he still loves me. So if I go anywhere else, no one's going to love me.
Something like domestic violence is a really dynamic and complicated experience, and there's a lot of stuff that people need to unpack when they're done. There's a lot of kind of symptoms of trauma that are really common, like feeling like it was their fault, feeling like they were somehow to blame for what happened, struggling with relationships, struggling with things like nightmares, panic attacks.
My mental health was at an all-time low. I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to go to work. I found myself in my room all the time, door closed, blinds closed, in a really mental state of depression.
People tend to blame themselves for the trauma that they've been through, people who believe that somehow they deserved it because maybe their abuser told them over and over again that they did.
When I was finally comfortable reaching out to somebody, they held me with the biggest arms possible and said, "I'm here for you, and this is how we're gonna figure it out." And luckily those people were educated on how to get someone out of a domestic violence situation.
How do you carry yourself? How do you present yourself to other people? And survivors often have to work on that in the sense that they've been torn down, usually really hard by somebody that they loved and cared about, and that really can make you feel not great about yourself, as I'm sure you can imagine. So one of the ways that people often do work towards healing is working on building that esteem again and that respect and that sense of identity in ourselves, so that no matter what anyone else around us thinks of us, we still at least have that.
Today I know that I am lovable and I have a purpose, and I'm ready to fulfill that.
One of the things that I always love seeing in former clients is them realizing that for whatever reason, they don't actually need us anymore. I have conversations with people all the time where they realize, I can do this on my own, whatever that thing is. They were able to set a boundary on their own, they were able to get housing on their own, whatever that goal was that they had.
I wouldn't say I'm grateful for that experience, but I know it happened for a reason. And now I can be the voice for other people. And I think that, if I had to go through that to be something much bigger and do something bigger with it, then so be it.